Good evening, ladies. Is Telegram the next Solana? Is it going to be the fourth coin after Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana, the next big L1 trade? Well, in today's video, we're going to go through everything that you need to know in regards to TON, the Telegram ecosystem, basically giving the bullish and the bearish thesis on why Telegram could be a big massive trade for this cycle. One of, like last cycle, there was the alt L1 trade. So Solana was still the biggest alt layer 1 trade of the last cycle. But there were also a few other L1s that went completely ballistic, like Luna, which obviously eventually went to zero, Avalanche, and I can't even remember the other one off the top of my head. Doesn't matter. But in this video, potentially there's going to be a few L1s that can give those phenomenal returns. So in this video, we're going to go through all the ways you can make money from Telegram, like actually going into the ecosystem, and the entire bullish thesis on Telegram. So firstly, how was Telegram set up? Telegram was set up by Pavel Durov. So he's a Russian guy, and he basically loves freedom, very aligned with crypto ethoses. So he was in Russia, and obviously you don't get a huge amount of freedom there. So he set up this messaging app, which is completely, anti-censorship, completely private, completely encrypted. So, very aligned with crypto theses. And then eventually he went on to set up the open network, or the Telegram blockchain. And he was actually stopped. The SEC stopped him from doing that. They sued him, said you can't do this. So they kind of split off. The open network kind of split off from Telegram. Now it's its own company that's very much integrated into the Telegram messaging app. Now, the interesting thing about Telegram, obviously I mentioned how many users it has, and basically the idea at the moment, or the way things are shaping out, is that your layer 1 or your layer 2, like the technology of your layer 1 and the technology of your layer 2 doesn't matter as much as your user base. So we've seen that with Solana. Obviously, because the tech was so astronomically good, the users came, but they also developed their user ecosystem organically as well, in different methods. But other chains that have adopted users or have onboarded users, which with basically the same tech as other layer 2s, is the likes of Base and the likes of Blast, which were just copy pastas. Like, I'm pretty sure they just forked the code of Optimism or Arbitrum or one of those layer 2s, except they have all these users because people could see the transition from, example, Coinbase users onto the Base ecosystem, as well as people who are using Blur could be onboarded onto the Blast ecosystem. And it's the same idea here with Telegram, except Telegram has an infinite amount of users. It has almost 1 billion users. And when you keep in mind that there's only maybe a few tens of millions of crypto users in aggregate, when you kind of compare that to the amount of users that Telegram has, just normal users, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And if they could even get a small fraction of their normal users onboarded onto the TON network, potentially hugely bullish. So if you've been in crypto a while, it's likely that you've downloaded Telegram. Basically everyone who's in crypto uses Telegram. It's kind of the main messaging app, because people like to be anonymous, people like encrypted messages, they like to be private, and obviously that's important when it comes to, unfortunately I'm not completely anonymous. I make these videos, but ideally you'd like to be anonymous if you're involved in crypto. A lot of the time most people want to be, so that's why Telegram really stands out for crypto users. But it's not just crypto users who use Telegram, it's also the biggest users of Telegram are actually in Asia. We can see Asia, 40% of Telegram's users, and kind of lower income or developing countries really like Telegram, and potentially a lot of these users could be onboarded to Telegram, and we'll explain why towards the end of this video. But one of the main reasons is for transferring money for them, like USDT on the Telegram network. It's very simple to use and very convenient for these people when their banking infrastructure is actually pretty crap. So Telegram can open up the floodgates, or open up the ease of use for transferring money for these unbanked people or these less well banked people. I know for me and you, it's as easy as sending money via Cash App or via Revolut. Super easy to do, or just within your bank account. via Swift or something like that. Very simple, but not every country has that infrastructure set up already. So as you can see, Telegram is still growing exponentially. It's expected to reach 1.5 billion in 4 years' time. 1.5 billion people, and guess how many people are working at the company? There's 30 people working at Telegram. So, Pavel Durov, really innovative guy, really, really smart. And yeah, they spent $0 on marketing. They haven't marketed Telegram whatsoever. So it's all just, viral uses and network effects, which has made it grow so fast and so well. So pretty astounding stuff. If they're able to do that, maybe they can also launch a successful blockchain. So the other nice thing about Telegram, there's a Telegram wallet within the Telegram app. So you never even have to set up a wallet on a Chrome extension. You can actually just set up a wallet within the app, which makes it a little bit easier for onboarding of non-crypto users. Now, we'll get into how good the UX is. It's not perfect. It could be improved. It's not as good as Solana, for example, but it's not bad either. And we'll also talk about whether it's fast and cheap. It's actually quite fast. So you can see their transactions per second at one point was like the highest in the world, but in reality it's like averaging like 175 TPS. Probably not its limit whatsoever, but I still think that puts it in the top 5 of all blockchains. So the tech is actually not terrible. I think it was like 20 cents to send a transaction. So pretty decent, like not terrible whatsoever, not like not as bad as something like Ethereum, but not one of these insanely fast and cheap blockchains either. So like I said, you can actually set up this wallet within the app. It just looks like another message. It just looks like another chat within your messages here, as you can see. But there is one thing that I didn't like about the in-app Telegram wallet is that there's the Telegram, there's the Ton wallet. There's 2 different wallets in here. There's the Ton wallet, and there's also this Ton Space wallet where you can send your tokens to. But if you send your tokens to the Ton wallet, you don't have access to them anymore. So if you, a couple of people have made that mistake, they sent it to the Ton wallet, and then you can't access them anymore. You have to message support and try and get them to send it from there to you. I don't know why it's like this, but that's a bit of an annoying UX. Nevertheless, it is handy to have this within the app to be able to take part in the mini games and to be able to send USDT and send different currencies to be able to send USDT and Ton to your contacts within Telegram or to any Ton wallet. It's actually quite handy, quite good. So you don't have to download Phantom onto you don't have a separate app for your wallet. You don't have to have a Chrome extension, but you can get these things as well. You can get the Tonkeeper wallet if you want to do it that way. I have both. I have the in-app Telegram wallet and the Tonkeeper wallet. But the Ton wallet is good because, say you're not like a super in-depth crypto person, you can just back it up with your email address. Like obviously that's not as safe as having a seed phrase. Like I use a seed phrase rather than my email backup. Nevertheless, it's pretty, for people who aren't putting their entire life savings into their Telegram wallet, which I'm not either, I think it's safe enough to have it backed up in your email as well, or just within your phone. Now, like I said, one of the main bullish points is that they have such an enormous access to potential users. And where are app developers going to go? Where are they going to build the best apps? Where the best team's going to go? They're either going to go where the users are. In this case, where are the users? The users are on Solana primarily at the moment. They're in the Ethereum ecosystem. They're on the Base ecosystem. They're on the Blast ecosystem. And that's where all the interesting apps have been built. Like maybe Hyperliquid is an interesting chain with an interesting app. But Arbitrum has a few users and a few good apps as well. But majority at the moment are on Solana, and potentially Telegram has built some, well, not Telegram itself, but app developers have built great apps within the Telegram app. And a lot of these apps are like little mini games that are within these chats again. So as you can see, Hamster Combat is an example of something that just looks like another chat, but it's actually an app where you can play little games to earn these little coins over time. And that's potentially already has, it's already onboarded millions and millions of people into crypto. Like the largest crypto onboarding event of all time was in Telegram of some of these little mini games. So it's really no wonder that app developers are flooding into the Telegram ecosystem to build their apps, because that's where the users are going to be. And when you think about it, app developers who are building a little game might think, oh, we can bypass Apple's 30% tax by building on the Telegram ecosystem, because Telegram has access to millions and millions of users, just like the App Store does, but there's no huge tax within it. Like the 30% tax that Apple charges is egregious, and I think most people know that and believe that it's just way too much. So developers might also be inclined to make a crypto app, like a crypto game on Telegram, rather than making just a game within the App Store, because there's still a huge amount of users within the Telegram Ton ecosystem. Maybe not as many as the App Store, but still plenty of users that could potentially use your app, and you're avoiding all these fees. Now there's all these sorts of games. There's the Notcoin game, there's the Pixels game, there is Fancy Battles game, there is Storm Trade, where you can trade perps, you can trade crypto, you can trade stocks, etc. on Storm Trade, making loads and loads of volume at the moment. But one that I wanted to mention, it's called Fragment. Fragment is like a place where you can trade phone numbers, like Telegram phone numbers and Telegram usernames. So maybe something to check out as well. But here's an example. I looked up Degen, someone's already taken it, but someone is willing to sell the second one there. I can't even read what it says. Degeneration or something. You can put a bid on it, or you can try and find Telegram usernames that aren't taken and try and sell them or try and flip them. Maybe something to look out for. Maybe Fragment at some point would have an airdrop for the users who are trading these usernames, kind of similar to ENS back in the day. Another really cool thing that Telegram have implemented are actually advertisements. So say you own a very popular channel that a lot of people read, like they read whatever messages you're sending, because you can create a channel. If you've never been into Telegram, it's not just for like messaging back and forth with your friend. You can also set up channels where everyone can read your messages. You can basically, it's like a Twitter feed of just you, or you can actually have a massive group chat. Like if you have your own channel, you can advertise within it. You can put ads up in your Telegram channel and split the revenue that whatever your advertising makes from your channel. So you can advertise one of these games, for example, and you can take payment in over the Telegram network, but also over fiat. So pretty cool infrastructure there. And like I mentioned, USDT have actually integrated with the Ton blockchain. They actually dropped a few older blockchains that obviously people weren't using anymore, and they implemented onto the Ton blockchain. So now anyone can send USDT to anyone's phone number anywhere in the world at any particular time. So really nice innovation there. Really useful for a lot of the unbanked, like I mentioned at the start. And, very easy on and off ramps for fiat as well. So this is really perfect for things like remittances. Not everyone wants to have to set up a crypto wallet, but they might already have a Telegram. They might be able to work out how to set up a Telegram wallet and send money that way, send remittance payments that way, way better than doing it through traditional banking rails. For a lot of people who don't have great banking infrastructure, especially cross-border banking infrastructure. So that's kind of like the remittance market is $840 billion in 2023. So Telegram's actually taking quite a large chunk of this remittance market. And, that's one of the biggest use cases for crypto is remittances and cross-border payments. And Telegram is definitely one of the clear leaders, and also one of the clear choices for remittance payments, because of how the app is already in the hands of millions and millions of people who are in these kind of remittance countries. They already have the Telegram app, so they might download the Telegram wallet, or they might set up the Telegram wallet, and it's super easy to send remittances through Telegram to their family. Having a look at some of the other stats, we can see that the amount of accounts is still growing in the bottom left there. The amount of transactions is kind of trending up slowly. Ton coins minted per day, not really much happening there, and Ton coins burned per day. And the number of active wallets the monthly active wallets, we can see it's in a little bit of a dip right now, but it still seems in general that the trend is up. Now, what am I actually doing within the Telegram ecosystem, or how can you take advantage of this? Well, you could go ahead and just buy some TON coin. That's the easiest way, obviously. Buy TON and you can stake it for about like 3%. So maybe that's not even worth staking it. But if you want to go a bit further than that, what I'm doing, which is very, very simple, I am staking my TON and I'm staking it on BMO. And BMO have a points program. So this is kind of like liquid staking, like Jito. And remember last year how big the Jito airdrop was absolutely insane. So I'm staking it on BMO, liquid staking it on BMO. Liquid stake token, it takes about 2 seconds to do this. Transactions are quick on TON, so it's not much of an effort to, if you have a Telegram wallet or if you have a TON Keeper wallet, pretty simple to do this. You take your TON, you stake it, you have a liquid stake version of it, then you bring it to EVA. So you put up your stake TON as collateral on EVA, and to reduce the platform risk and also to farm even more points, you borrow a different stake TON. So basically you have only like 25% platform risk. You've borrowed like 75%, which is the max of a different stake TON. So the most you could lose is 25%, but you're actually farming points in 3 different ways: by first staking your TON and you're earning stake rewards, and then by also depositing it, you're earning points on EVA, and by borrowing, you're earning even more points on EVA. So that's like 3 airdrops with just one amount of TON. Like let's say you put in 100 TON, you're farming 3 amounts of points with just that same amount of TON, if you get me. Now there's a lot more things you can do. I mentioned all of those in my last video, but they take a little bit more work. The other thing I have done is bought some meme coins. Obviously, if you're bullish on an ecosystem, the highest beta thing you can do is buy the best meme coins there. So I kind of mentioned all the meme coins I bought in my own Telegram group, which you should join. Link in the description. It's free, and if you want like more up to date everything I'm doing during my day to day, to be like more quick information, make sure to join my Telegram group there. But some of the meme coins I bought was this Russian Pepe, this like Russian figure, and the reason Russian stuff, it's because Pavel Durov is Russian, so a lot of the meme coins are kind of Russian themed. So I like that one. It has a low market cap. I also bought the biggest one, which is Redo, which is Resistance Dog. I explained the thesis there more in my last video. Mittens was another one I liked, a cat coin. And finally, the guys in my group created Comcat, which is Comrade Cat or Communist Cat. So basically, again, a cat coin, but playing off the whole Russian theme. So I thought that was quite funny. So I have a decent bag of that supporting the lads. So if you ever want to be involved in some of these coins, you can join my Telegram group, and you can either be involved in making them and be on the team, or you can get in really, really early, because anyone who bought it when we first shared it in the group made like 10-20x straight away. But I do think it's a funny meme and probably going to go a lot higher, so definitely holding my bags with that one. So in conclusion, Telegram has access to an enormous amount of users. The amount of users is only going to grow. The amount of users that are going to get onboarded into crypto is only going to grow. The meme coins, the top meme coins there, are probably only going to grow. The ecosystem is just starting. No airdrops have happened yet, so it's worth looking at some airdrop opportunities in the Telegram ecosystem, in my opinion. And after Solana, after Base, after Blast, this is one of the strongest ecosystems for sure, with the pretty decent tech and a very, very strong and very fast growing community. So hope you liked the deep dive. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.